Mahalo everybody, Big Daddy here, Big Dick Ballistics coming at you today with the Tactaload Flash 5. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, my name is Big Daddy. I'm a police firearms instructor in the biggest department in the nation. Here at BDB, we bring you gun and gear reviews with that big dick energy. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're here to support the Second Amendment better than anybody else on the internet. Check out my friends, they're awesome. Goldberg and McEnany, they're attorneys. If you're NYPD and you have questions about your line of duty injuries, give them a call. They'd be more than happy to help you out with a free consultation. Check out my friends at Medicine in Bad Places. Any kind of training you need, whether it be firearms related, TAC med, even canine med, they have you covered. Check out the Rusty Cuffs podcast. The guys talk about all sorts of crazy stuff. They're awesome. They're cops on a mission to make you good drinks. And also check out Dude's Gourmet. They have banging spices, all sorts of stuff that'll spice up your cooking, even if it's total shit. So check them out. The links will be below. I was going across the World Wide Web, naturally, on this beautiful place called Instagram, and I saw this company, Tactaload, and I was like, what is this? I thought it was just another gimmick, and I did a little bit more looking, and it's basically a buttstock for your Mossberg 500, 590, or your Remington 870 that could hold more ammunition, right? Because we know with any kind of shotgun, you're limited to what it could hold. And once it's done, it's basically a paperweight, especially if you're in the law enforcement field. And we just end up doing a transition, right? If you want a little bit more of a sleek gun, this is the buttstock for you, okay? It's adjustable. It's got an overall length of 12 inches of pull, but with optional spacers, you can get to like 13.5 inches. It's rugged, it's durable, and it makes easy for different ammunition transitions. Before we get into it, like we do our SSSC and everything else, safe direction, right? I know my target and what's beyond. Safety, it's on. I got that crossbolt. Source, I have that magazine tube. I roll it over. I got that bright orange follower. And now I got to check that chamber. So I ease that action back with the bar release, and it's good to go. Safe, clear, and empty. So again, like we said before, this is a Remington 870 Magnum. It's a really smooth, reliable, awesome gun. It's got a tube extender on here, so this is going to bring it to about 7 to 8 rounds, okay? This isn't my shotgun. This is from Radioactive Masculinity, his channel. He's lending it to me. So we're putting it on here. If I only have 4 plus 1 in the chamber, which is typical of Remington 870s, or 5 plus 1 in the chamber, which is typical for a Mossberg 500, 590, A1, etc., it's nice to have extra. When I incorporate a side saddle onto one of these weapon systems, it makes the side bulge out. It's harder to put in a vehicle lock if you're riding somewhere on the road on patrol, or it just makes it bulky and catches onto stuff. Eventually they fall apart. If they're nylon, they lose their elasticity, and sometimes they get brittle if they're made of aluminum or some kind of thermoplastic. In the past, I've seen these stocks from Speed Feed use, and from my first-hand experience, once you fire that one shot, it jettisons all the shells, usually 2 on each side of the buttstock. This, on the other hand, is the exception to that. Now, in here, the beauty of this, it holds 5 shells, okay? Ranging from 2 3/4 to 3 inch to 3.5 inch Magnum. That's pretty exceptional. So right here, we have a dummy round. I'm gonna put that in. Very easy to top off. And you can see up here, it's got a little bit of space here. It'll accommodate up to those 3.5 inch rounds. So I'm just gonna insert that in. These are those 2 dummy rounds. I'm not filling it up all the way, all right? But it doesn't add much weight. It's got a really nice length to pull. I have little T-Rex arms. So as you guys know, I also have meaty palms and short fingers, I say in all my videos. So this would be, for me, a combat reload. But if I really was paranoid and I wanted to keep this thing empty in the house, all I would have to do is just start from down here. I could dump one over the top and send it home, roll it over, send it forward, and I'm good to go. So that would only give me 5. So let's pretend this is in addition for a slug changeover, right? If I was on the road and I needed to change the ammunition in my weapon system, right, my shotgun, from scattergun to rifle-like accuracy, I could perform a slug changeover. All I have to do, I have to jettison what's in the chamber, come up from underneath, dump it back in, and that's it. Another way I could do that slug changeover, right? I come up from underneath, top off, then go to work. I'm going to show you the admin load live. There's many ways to do it, but we first got to ensure we have our eyes and ears in place because safety is important. As per Roger Savage, you got to be safe. So again, I could come across the back. Now I saw them breaking their master grip in order to load this thing. I don't like to do that, but it's just one of many ways to get it done. Now then I could roll it over administratively, or I could do it from the shoulder, combat. I want to do that slug changeover. It's very simple. All I got to do, release the action, come over. This is my first time using this thing. Thank you to Radioactive Masculinity for letting me use this on his gun. It's his host gun. It's going to be his now. The length of pull, this has the biggest spacer on it, so it's about 13.5 inches. For me, with little T-Rex arms, like I said before, this is a pleasure to shoot. I can't stress that enough. Compared to other guns that I've used with the speed feed stocks in the past, for $130, and I say this with confidence, you're getting something that's pretty much rock solid. You can feel the quality in the spacers themselves. So again, guys, US made, really good company. They've been around since what it looks like 2022 or 2020 on their Instagram. Give them some support, but just so you know, this thing does the job, and it's ambidextrous too. You can't get any better than that. So any of you lefty freaks out there, in closing, remember to educate yourselves, your family, and vote the right way.